Beyond Two Bridges is brought to you by NFP, an Aon company, and a proud partner of the Windsor-Essex Chamber of Commerce.
We've personally worked with NFP, and they've helped us both find real savings on our annual premiums.
As a chamber member, you can access preferred home and auto rates, along with expert guidance across a wide range of insurance needs, from business and travel to pet coverage and more.
They'll help you find the right protection and maximize your value. Visit nfp.ca or call 1-877-337-9203 to learn more.
All right, we're here, Beyond Two Bridges, Ryan Donally with my colleague Matthew Dumouchel. Today is a special edition of this, our summation wrap-up of the Windsor-Essex Iconic Volume 1, and we're here with the two co-winners, Marcin Pulcer and Alex Denonville. What is incredible is that these are old friends of mine, and out of the hundreds of people that submitted, my two buddies got the win. So it's great to see you guys. Welcome.
Nothing shady about that.
Nothing shady about that. We got to teach Marcin how to. You know what? Before we get into it, I think because you tied, there can only be really one true winner.
Okay.
Who do you think that one true winner is going to be?
How is it decided?
This guy. I get the win. Thank you very much. For the rest of the day, I'm going to have the championship belt. How do you like that?
It looks good.
Do you like apples?
Seems like a
Well, I got a
conflict of
belt. How do you like
interest.
them apples?
I mean, I feel like it would be an easy sell for the chamber if it's a win for the chamber. So we'll go with it. However, I know that you picked all the wrong winners.
Yeah, I was by far the worst. Absolutely by far the
I
worst.
think you got 1 out of 100 points.
Okay, so actually, let's get into it.
Just
Skip right over by that. Right by that.
A random choice would have done a better job.
Random choice. Okay, guys. So you participated.
Yes.
What drew you to it in the beginning? You're like, I really want to do this.
I just love Windsor. And I love things Windsor-Essex, all things Windsor-Essex. So, I mean, I've seen you launch at the chamber, and I thought it was a really fun way to engage the community. And I'm like, I'm also very competitive, so I'm going to win it. And I did. We did.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, I thought it was. I thought it was. Yeah, you win. No, I thought it was amazing. So I saw it launch. I think on Instagram is where I saw it. I may have seen it on LinkedIn, if I'm going to be honest, because I follow you on a couple.
Yeah,
of
that's the
channels.
content. That's usually where you launch things like this on
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Yeah. I may have. I could be remembering it incorrectly, but no, I thought it was super cool that, and a little bit ridiculous as well. That you have these different kind of categories. That it's just really impossible as you get down kind of the later rounds. How do you compare Windsor pizza to fish flies, right? Or whatever the combination was there. So I thought it was super cool, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Thank you.
I thought it was a really nice way of engaging the community as well. So no, I was happy to participate.
Thanks, Marcin. Yeah, it was a bit of a brainchild of myself and Matthew, but also our board chair Tal Chudner. Tal loves sports, and we were kind of heading into March Madness. And we said, how do we get people rolling? But Matthew, what's your take on this?
Well, I mean, it's interesting. So you give me a little bit of credit, and that's great. But I really had no idea what was happening.
You didn't know what brackets
from the
were.
beginning.
You didn't know
I didn't,
what March Madness
and I've
was.
learned a lot. So I thank you for that. But I do agree with what you said, Marcin, is that it was definitely a way for us to get out into the community, draw up a little bit more interest and excitement over some of the tourism sector, but also some of our historical relevancy. So yeah, it was a fun thing, and I'm glad that you guys participated. Thank you. Score-wise, both of you scored 35 possible points. And there was another person who came just underneath you at 34 points. So it was very, very close.
You said we could name names, right?
Yes, you can name names. Go for it.
Shout out to Councilor Kelsey Santarosa. I beat her by 1 point.
Perfect.
Shortly before she had her baby. So congratulations
Deal with
to
it,
her and
Kelsey.
her family.
Well, neither of you picked the winner, though.
I mean, in hindsight, I don't know why I didn't. I mean, I think everyone in my family has worked either in the feeder plants or for Chrysler itself as well. So I was surprised looking back at my picks as to why.
Yeah, you both picked Windsor Pizza. And I noticed in the parking lot here, I saw Pacifica out there.
That was mine. Yes.
Yeah. You drive the product, but you
That's
don't you don't support it as a championship.
So I think where my head was, I didn't keep detailed notes. Maybe for next year, next bracket, I'll keep more detailed notes. But where my thought was Windsor Pizza is kind of known worldwide almost. I know that it's won awards in Italy, and it's out there maybe more than the minivan. I thought the minivan is this more of a North American type. I know nothing about the minivan, as you can tell, but I thought is it more of a North American thing where it's huge here, and obviously that's a huge thing for the economy here locally as well. But that's kind of where my head was. I think
that makes sense. As like Vespa is to the Italian culture here, what minivan is to in Italy, right? Nobody's driving around minivans in Italy going Windsor,
exactly,
Canada.
Exactly.
Were you surprised when you listened to the episode and you found out that the final two ended up being Windsor Pizza versus the minivan? Were you surprised with that outcome?
That's who I had. I had to go on all the way, and I think pizza is just so iconic, and it's accessible. Like everyone in Windsor has eaten Windsor Pizza, not necessarily.
Your final four, Alex, you had Windsor Pizza versus Point Peely. So you had the places, you had Point Peely coming out of there, and you had local wineries versus minivans. So you had that 3 of the 4 nailed. In Marcin, you had Windsor Pizza and Point Peely, local wineries and minivan. Did you guys do this together?
Yeah,
we've actually
never
known
met
each other
before.
for a really long. No.
We have our own podcast, and you'll be invited to be on next week.
Can't wait to be on it. It's actually filmed right here.
Looking for sponsors, actually.
Why don't
let's crack into it. So to celebrate today's episode and the fact that you guys are here as our winners of the Windsor-Essex Iconic, we decided to go and do our taste of the region with Windsor Pizza, of course. So this is going to be something that we can enjoy throughout the entire episode.
So if we had both picked minivan,
boy.
would we have been given a minivan to sample?
Yes, and you would have had to share it. So one person gets it on the one week.
You'll
and
never know. Some interesting choices here as I'm just looking through it. I don't know how you pulled this one off, Marcin, but you said that Feather Hat guy is more iconic than Henry Ford. And you guessed that correctly.
That's
but here's the thing, Alex did too.
As did Alex.
Oh, yeah.
That's extremely clear for me too.
Yeah, uniquely Windsor.
Exactly.
So Henry Ford is not.
I think he's more North American.
Yeah,
associated
true.
with.
But Hiram Walker, you both picked to go through. Bob Probert took that W.
Do
you hate hockey
Hiram,
players?
I think I picked Hiram Walker.
Is that what you're suggesting?
Well, there's a statue of Hiram Walker at Walker in Riverside, and whenever we drive by it, my kids say it looks like me.
Oh, wow.
So they say, "Oh, there's Daddy." I'm like,
well,
"It's
that
not
was
me."
part 2 of the show today. The descendants of Hiram Walker, Alex Denonville is one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
Let's start that
I'd
rumor.
have more money. if
Grab
that
some
was the
pizza,
case.
guys. What do we got here, Matthew?
So we have some local pizza from a great vendor that has decided to give us a taste of everything. So on one side, it's the traditional pepperoni and pizza, of course, with that shredded pepperoni. We have a quarter of an Angry Hawaiian with some hot peppers, ham, and pineapple. And then we have a vegetarian if you're into
great.
some
Who
vegetables.
puts pineapple on pizza?
Listen. So I will say that was my selection.
That was your selection, the
Yes.
Angry Hawaiian.
I
Not the
needed-
Happy Hawaiian.
No, of course not. I like to feel a
All
little
right, gentlemen,
angry.
but before Matthew keeps going, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No, not hard no for me. Hard no.
That's a yes for me.
Yes.
Really?
Boom.
First thing
So
we
it's the-
disagree on.
It's the winners versus, the other side.
What's your pizza choice? When you're ordering, what do you get? You don't have to necessarily name the company, but what's your...
A bit of an odd choice. So we usually
Here's some
do
plates too.
a non-traditional toppings, or not super traditional toppings, but we'll usually do like a garlic sauce for the base, not a pizza sauce.
Oh.
And then we do like chicken mushroom or chicken bacon sort of
So you're like a
deal.
white sauce type person.
Yeah.
I'm big on pepperoni, mushroom, green pepper.
Like the original.
The original.
Super.
I do love a ham and pineapple. Can't beat that.
Okay, we'll get into it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Are we doing like a taste test? Are
Yeah,
we
yeah.
saying
Let's do
100%.
the
Yeah, we have
actual
to do
taste.
that.
I mean,
There we
you
go.
guys have watched
Marcin,
the
we
episode,
didn't
or at least
discuss
say-
it, but I do have an idea.
Oh.
I think we
Oh,
do
here we
like
go.
the You know, when we have cocktails
yeah.
where we each take
The
a
ladies in the tramp
No?
moment.
Hard pass.
Okay.
The other things that I mean, we got some fan feedback. The fact that fish flies won a round. People were kind of surprised that fish flies would take one.
I'm happy you're treating us to pizza, not fish flies.
Non-traditional toppings.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's, pretty uniquely Windsor. I think I had fish flies going pretty far, if I remember correctly. Where else are you going to get these? Probably lots of places. This is my ignorance again of fish flies. But
Uniquely Windsor-Essex. Yeah. They are a big problem at local marinas.
You work for Municipality of Lakeshore.
Yes. And they become a seasonal problem. Depending on the temperature of the lake, it becomes a bit of a headache for our parks and facility staff. So I picked fish flies as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as someone who grew up in Windsor, there's a sensory experience. I was going to mention this as something that was maybe for the future, the sensory experiences
Sure.
of Windsor-Essex. It's the sound of fish flies crunching under your bike tire. I might be getting too out there.
No,
but
no,
that
no.
It is
so
very
uniquely-
specific.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
talk
it's
about
great.
ASMR way too much in this
Yes.
show. Like way too much on this show.
speaking, I've seen a couple episodes where you say, like, why do we have this for eating? And it's just going to be loud chewing noises
Yes.
over the
Right.
microphone.
Is it loud chewing noises?
There might be that now.
Oh, it's a
especially.
nice firm crust. All right, let's go.
see it.
Judgment scores. Here we go.
It's a good undercarriage. I've been
Undercarriage.
watching. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we did it. Everybody's eating at the same time.
But I just took a small bite, so that way I can still talk a little bit. So it's all good.
All right, thoughts?
Untrained. Delicious. Timeless. Classic.
It's really good. I mean, the advantage of the shredded pepperoni is you get pepperoni in every bite. Can't go wrong. But it's it's great dough on this. Pepperoni's fantastic. It's a nice classic Windsor pizza.
Classic. And you don't get with the shredded, you don't get those like grease cups of
No.
pepperoni curled.
Right.
Nobody needs that.
Nobody needs that. Nobody
needs
wants that.
You're gonna end up wearing it.
A bit,
You're
of,
not
a bit of
content.
a zip on the sauce.
This is
Like
tasty.
a little bit of the
So you don't
spice.
know where it's from. Can you guess where it might be from?
Ooh.
I think this is thicker than typical bullseye, but that's what I associate the zippy sauce with is bullseye.
Guess we'll never know.
Is it? Are you going to review
I don't
it
know
if we share?
I have no idea.
You know, go
Is
ahead.
it on? What is it? This is this. I think it's called Windsor Pizza on Jefferson. Is this from there?
It is not. No.
Oh.
So I can definitely reveal it. Did you want to take a stab at it, Ryan?
I mean, I'll deduce what it's not.
Oh, you're going to list all
not
of the Windsor
Domino's.
pizza places. It's not.
It's
gonna be-
not Domino's. Perfect.
Don't think it's Little Caesars.
Okay.
So by that logic, it's one of the other ones.
Perfect. Wow, that is fantastic. So it's not. It's neither of the two that you selected.
Okay.
It's actually one that you might not have heard of, but is a great hole in the wall that I really enjoy. They have two locations, one on Walker and now one on Lozon. It's actually Maestro Pizza.
Oh, okay.
And I get this pretty much once a week in the summer for a pool party moment. But yeah, they have delicious pizza, as does some other fantastic pizza places out there. We can, of course, have a full episode on all the different pizza that's in Windsor. But again, we chose this because, A, you both picked it as your top, and they came in second place in a really competitive March Madness style bracket.
It was very competitive. And I know when the selection was made for the minivan, Mayor Dilkins talked about the economic impact and had me
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah.
has there ever been an analysis of the economic impact of the Windsor pizza economy? Because
Wow.
it's got to be, I'm not an economist.
Justin Falconer, Kelsey Santa Rosa, Workforce Windsor Essex. Maybe you can do a data package on the economic impact of Windsor Pizza. I've got to think it's hundreds of millions of dollars. At least
Locally?
tens of millions locally.
Tens of millions for sure.
Tens for sure. I mean, there's probably 150 pizza places in Windsor-Essex County, maybe more. There's like 17 in Bell River.
That's true, and beyond. I mean, there's like Windsor pizza places in Toronto, right? And I think one in
Exactly.
Calgary.
Well, and then the fact that a lot of our local pizzerias are doing like some sort of delivery service, right? You can actually get half-baked pizzas shipped across Canada. So
Or half-baked ideas.
This was fully baked. I bring a half-baked pizza to my friends in Toronto every time I go there.
exactly.
Yep. Crusties,
Oh yeah.
extra dirty, get the butter on the side, finish it in the oven.
You're talking about pizza, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you guys watched the final episode and you knew it was coming down to Windsor Pizza versus the minivan, and Drew Dilkins was making the final determination, what was going through your minds? Like, is this a high pressure situation that you're like, my long-term personal value is dependent on the outcome here?
Yeah, no, not at all. I didn't really remember what I chose. It's only up until after I learned that I was the winner, or the co-winner at least, that I kind of went back and, I was able to deduce, that I didn't
words.
select the minivan. It makes perfect sense as to why the minivan was chosen. And let's be honest here. So, not too much was on the line there with that choice, unfortunately.
I'm the exact opposite. Everything was on the line for me. I put a lot of my personal worth in winning this bracket, so I was.
Have you updated your LinkedIn appropriately that you're a co-champion?
Good idea.
I would love to see that.
I'm going to do it now.
I feel like there's definitely a graphic we can create. We'll ship it off to both
Good
of you, and you
idea.
can
Oh,
throw it on your signature.
Like one of the overlays for a picture, for the
100%.
for the LinkedIn picture, profile picture. I won the.
I'm a champion.
Yeah.
It'll just
At
be
least
around
on Instagram, at least, right? Like co-champions or something. Like there's going to be some kind of call out.
2026 Windsor-Essex Iconic
Yeah.
co-champion graphic.
Yeah, you're going to go viral.
That's okay.
Are you excited about what your winnings were?
Yes.
As clear as what our winnings were.
You won nothing.
Well, we won this
Bragging
cummerbund.
rights.
We won the cummerbund for
That's right.
We
the
get to
duration.
share.
You won an
No.
afternoon with us, and that's
Yeah.
really priceless.
We haven't talked about how we're going to share this. I was thinking like Mondays through Wednesdays.
Let's
Let's
just go straight to the lawyers.
I'm not even going to get into it. What else? What else is going on in the region here? That, I mean, we'll get into it a little bit. Like we've talked about this, and maybe we'll loop this back in. But why don't you guys talk about what you do in the region here? Talk about your jobs a little bit and your roles.
Sure. I'm the manager of communications and engagement for the municipality of Lakeshore. So that is all levels of communication, social media, website, media relations, telling the good story of everything that's happening in Lakeshore. I've been in public service. I've been in Lakeshore for about 5 years now. I was in Essex before that, and the Essex Region Conservation Authority before that. So I've had a career been lucky to have a career in public service and kind of telling the good stories of the people that are working on behalf of taxpayers and residents. The time that we're doing this is actually a few weeks of recognition. So it's National Clerks Week for all of our municipal
course.
clerks. It's Emergency Preparedness Week. It's also Drinking Water Week. So
I
we're
saw all
celebrating all of those people that do that work on behalf of taxpayers and delivering great services for residents. So shout out to all those people that
Amazing.
do that great work.
Completely agree. Unless you've worked in municipality, you don't really know how the sausage is made. And when you do, you realize how much time, effort, and energy goes into delivering those essential services that we all rely on a daily basis. Something as simple as turning your tap on and having water you can drink. It's a ton of work.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that go into that. So
Yeah.
shout out to the municipality and the staff that pull all this stuff together.
And there's so many people that are passionate about it. It's an easy story to tell, right? Like all of the people that I work for really care about their jobs and delivering those services and doing right by the residents.
Yeah. I miss my colleagues back in Lakeshore. I've got great colleagues now, but for those that didn't know, I worked with Alex back in Lakeshore.
We miss you too. Our collective golf score has
Actually,
increased
you know what?
dramatically.
Before we get away from this, tell me about this fish flies thing. Was there not some sort of costume
Oh, yes.
that a fish fly showed up in?
We're going to have to bleep this whole thing. This is top secret confidential. I had pitched, well, it was more of a joke pitch. I'll often do like an April Fool's, internal message of something joke related. I had pitched the development of a Lakeshore mascot And I'm not much of a supporter of AI, but this is one of those instances where AI did well to design a fish fly mascot costume.
Okay.
And I named them Finley the fish fly, and it was horrifying. It was like a combination fish with wings.
We got to get this picture.
It was terrible. Oh yeah,
We'll cut it in
I'll
here.
send you the picture. And
It was like The Fly almost, like the 1980s
so
horror
good.
movie,
Yeah.
but like now AI version.
yeah,
good.
AI didn't know how much fish and how much fly, and didn't really figure out what a fish fly was.
Yeah.
So we didn't go with that idea. It never got off the ground.
You could cut that into a horror movie real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hear just like the crunching
Yep.
underneath your feet, and a car slides on the amount of fish fly debris and
Yep.
accident, and before you know it, yeah, half man, half fish fly.
That's right. And then it will be premiering at WIF 2027.
Yeah, shout out to Vince Georgie for
AI generated movie.
That's right.
Of all the things that like the people who created these AI models are like, this person's definitely going to use it for a half man, half fish picture.
Yeah. I'm actually going to invest in that movie. So if there's anyone out there who's interested in making the fish fly horror movie, it's
I'm
got
in.
legs.
I'm in.
For me at least.
I'm
At
in.
least
I'm
some
in.
wings.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
Oh,
There it is.
what a useless animal. Like, I'm sorry, but they're awful.
But a good fish fly season, a big fish fly season, is actually a sign of a healthy lake
Healthy, yeah.
ecosystem.
That's right.
Sure.
Shout out
You
to
tell
Essex
yourself
Region
that.
Conservation Authority.
Okay, so my fish fly story, and this is going from, we're just talking about fish flies. So I worked on the beach, and on the beach is right off the water. It's about 1 kilometer off the water. Massive spotlights to keep the beach volleyball. And what would happen is, as during fish fly season, we would turn off the lights as soon as one of the matches were done. Well, if you were one of the people that played longer that night, we'd successively turn off the lights, and it would end up all the fish flies would just start migrating to the one court that was still on. And there were women crying and people, fish flies, and it was like Revenge of the Birds. Like, people are screaming and fish flies everywhere. Anyways, that's my story about fish flies.
We got to get that for the B-roll for the horror movie.
right.
At least the sound.
Marcin, what's your deal?
Yeah, so I'm the Associate Vice President of IT at the University of Windsor. I think very similar to I think your experience, seeing the people that work in public sector. I think the commitment of everyone is really just fantastic. So we operate as our own little small city as well. So we have 16,000-ish students, several thousand employees and faculty. So seeing everything kind of all come together, I think is really remarkable and kind of on a daily basis. So IT touches pretty much everything on campus. We were musing right before this video or this podcast today around the things that you love and hate about IT. So we definitely touch everything. It's for a good reason as well. Cybersecurity and AI are kind of big right now for us as well. So it's everywhere, and we stay really busy as a department there supporting the campus. So happy to be here. So I appreciate you
Thanks
inviting
for having
me.
me. I'm looking at you. I mean, I can keep going.
I would like you to keep going. No, I mean, we can very quickly, and I know that we're kind of getting up on our first segment time, but before we go into a commercial, I would love to, after I'll use the word too, deduced all of the,
Your turn. We have 3 or 4.
just say it.
None of us
Word
use
of
it
the day.
appropriately.
Okay. So going through the entire bracket as a whole, knowing that this has been a very fun way to explore Windsor-Essex, do you believe there are actual inclusions that we missed out on that we could have actually, maybe gave Minivan a run for its money or a ride for its money?
I have some very specific thoughts.
Yes.
I know you had some animals in there. I had some thoughts around other flora and fauna that are uniquely Windsor-Essex.
okay.
The
You
fish
would
flies
like Erie
one.
perch, fish flies. Okay.
The tufted titmouse, City of Windsor's
Is that the official,
official
bird?
It is.
The tufted titmouse?
I think it's in 2024.
I mean, I thought I was going to
Yep.
get in trouble when I called things the Windsor Ballet, but if you really want to go there.
Well, there's some very much related. There was a bush, a uniquely shaped bush a couple years
I
ago.
remember that. On the waterfront.
Uniquely
Nice.
Windsor-Essex.
That's very true.
What else have we made news for?
Canada Goose.
The Goose is a good one. Like Jack Miner.
Oh, okay. Jack Miner would have been good.
Jack Miner would have been.
We're figuring out right now.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now
we're
we're
doing-
doing bracket. This is 2.0.
Okay.
What else? Tell
just
me
from
more.
a competitive perspective, University of Windsor versus St. Clair. Missing.
Academic
You know,
institutions.
Yeah, academic institutions. I think
So
would
in
be
that
good.
bracket, we could do U Windsor, St. Clair, Public Board, Catholic Board,
Yeah.
death match.
Yeah, I love it.
Like
What if
just
you're missing the French?
French.
I was
French
thinking
Yeah.
of
There's like
college
17
football.
boards. I'm sorry.
Ojibwe, I think, is a big one.
Oh, of places like the
Yeah.
new urban park,
Yeah.
like that versus Point Peely.
Yeah.
Like, do we think it's just a straight head-to-head grudge match next time?
Oh, good question.
Okay, what else?
Oh, you could design it like a WrestleMania style, where they
Okay.
keep jumping
Like
in.
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, yeah. I had the thought, Windsor-Essex is so flat. So you could do a category called high QG, where it's the highest places. Malden Park, observation deck, early contestant, like early front runner for me.
Yeah.
There's Hope Hill,
Don't know what that is.
formerly,
You know
it had a
exactly
former
what that
name.
It was a different. It was a different name.
different name.
Suicide?
Yeah.
You can't say it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, you can.
Get demonetized on YouTube.
We're not monetizing this.
I was gonna
Trust
say
me.
the $10 we're making.
Monetizing this? Okay.
I mean, with you two guys on here, it's going to take off. But
We're going viral.
It's good.
Blue Heron,
like the actual bird?
or the hill.
Oh, we're talking about height things
Yes.
again. Yeah.
And then one of
Hughes garbage
the observation decks, yeah.
Peace garbage jump. There's an overpass that's kind of high.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
The new one at Banwell.
The new
to be
Banwell
constructed.
overpass
Yeah.
will be the highest point of relief.
Yeah, I think I Googled it, and the AI response was like, oh, the 3 hills. And then one user has pointed out a significantly high portion in Ruthven. And it's just maybe the highest part of Essex County. Although it's, I think that's unique. Windsor-Essex is so flat.
It's extremely flat. I had someone that works at the university. We were visiting Regina last year. They're from Regina. There's Regina is so flat. Like it's just, the entire province is so flat. Way more hills than Windsor still.
Oh, yeah.
Way more hills.
It's remarkable. So we've got topography. We've got
New flora fauna.
new flora fauna. What else? Sorry, I've already forgotten.
Education.
Education,
Institutions.
What restaurants or bars do you think didn't make the cut?
Oh, good one. I don't remember which ones made the cut, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Windsor, so the Dominion House was one.
Ah,
Victoria Tavern was one.
Okay.
The Windsor Ballet was one,
right.
which not ballet. And then the other one was Cadillac Jack's, because that was a play-in round that Tal picked. And I said, any Olette bar, and he picked something that's not around anymore. Thanks, Tal, showing your age.
Yeah, I would have picked A-bars. Add
A-bars?
A-bars to the list.
bars.
Okay.
Maybe Lion's Head and Riverside. I grew up in.
Lion's Head,
Grew
yeah.
up in
Lion's Head is a
Riverside.
great option. There's a couple. You can go with the Italian restaurants,
Yeah, just general Erie Street.
generally Erie Street, but if you want to put some against one another,
Yeah.
go head to head. Spagos, you can't go wrong with Spagos.
What would you do? Best production show?
If you wanted to go into the arts side, yeah, for sure. Feel like there's a conflict of interest there. So it's probably going to be Matilda versus Frozen or something like that. But yeah,
So as we're
there's
filming
definitely-
this, Matthew's about to perform again tonight in Frozen and Marcin's Daughters in Matilda. So
That's a tough pick.
it's a tough pick.
What is your role in Frozen?
So I'm Hans, actually. So
That's the bad guy, right?
Top.
yes.
Sorry.
It's a spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry. Anyone who hasn't seen Frozen out there.
Yes, he's the villain.
Yeah.
All right, let's cut to a quick break.
Great.
we got to
great
refresh.
segue.
We got to get more pizza. We're going to cut to a quick break, and after that, we're going to talk to these gentlemen a little bit about the questions we always ask everybody. What's your secret sauce? And then what do you envision for Windsor-Essex in the future? So we'll be right back with Marcin and Alex, the two co-champions of Beyond Two Bridges. Windsor-Essex Iconic 1.0 for fun. No make fun of us. Have a good day. See you in a little bit.
To a beach near you.
So you're recording?
And it's like the
You just see a
We
fish
need-
fly go.
Yeah. I need the sound effects. And then you get
control
that
it.
crunching sound. And then you kind of have like, it's the children's choir. Instead of Freddy, it's fish flies coming
and then
for
you
you.
think it's like snow coming down. They're like, "What is that?
Yeah.
Is that snow?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "The fish flies, they're coming." And then they're all just landing, and then you see a car blanketed,
Yep.
and you don't know what's inside of it, and then you see like some sort of osmosis inside.
And then there's like a picture of the sun, or video of the sun,
Yes.
and then there's a fish fly cloud, and
It's an
it goes
eclipse.
black.
I like it.
This thing's got wings.
There it is.
Can we do a live action play?
100%.
A live
Yeah,
action
yeah,
play,
yeah.
as they
I'll
call
direct
them.
it. It's
Okay,
great.
perfect.
I think you can pull something off like that. Like I think between the four of us, we could write a real good piece.
The four of us plus AI.
We'll do it live.
Do it live.
All right, I'm not even going to try to stop them. Welcome back to Beyond Two Bridges. I'm here again with Marcin and Alex, our co-champion winners of Windsor-Essex Iconic Bracket. Welcome back, guys.
You sure it's not Marcin?
I mean, listen, I'm French, and so for the last week, I'm like, it's Marcin. Like, it's Marcin and Alex.
Yeah,
No?
that was another thing that we didn't talk about for the bracket. Windsor-isms, like calling Pierre Peary.
Oh, I like
that
that.
would
Good
be
one.
the bastardizations of French that is
Yeah.
common in
Chryslers?
Chryslers,
Chryslers, Fords.
Yeah.
Fords.
Everything's possessive if you were for a car dealership.
I mean, yeah, we'll add it. We'll add it
I
to
love
2.0.
that. That's a great
Perfect.
one.
That's a great one.
There's a lot of Windsor-isms. Yeah.
What other ones are there?
I know there's lots. I know there's lots.
I didn't know anymore.
Take a bite, Ryan. Take a
I'm
bite.
eating one of this angry Hawaiian, and my mind is a little blown. I
Right,
think
right,
I
right.
might
So
like it.
wait, I was going to
think
say,
I
what?
might
How do
I
you
think
like
I
it?
might like it. I mean, the
pineapple?
pineapple to pepper ratio is a little off here, but it's good.
Okay.
You know what I would throw
convert.
also on here? Feta cheese.
Wow.
Oh, you get the salty.
You're so fancy.
It's the sweet is too much, though.
All right, let's get back over to you guys. I think what I would love to get into is a little bit about kind of what you believe, and we talk about this at every episode, what you believe your secret sauce to success is. What do you bring to the table? What makes you tick? Alex, we'll kick it off to you first.
What makes me tick? What I bring to the table, I think what's made me successful in my career is, I think, curiosity. And it's kind of led me to what I do now is working for Lakeshore, kind of telling the story of Lakeshore. Like I said before, Lakeshore municipal staff across the region, they do so many different things. So in my job, I'm able to interact with the people that are doing that work. And it's always something different. You know, it's public works, roads, sidewalks, parks, facilities, economic development, planning, building. It's, fire department. So being able to engage with different things and being curious to ask questions about the work that other people do, I think helps me tell the story. And that's, I have a background in journalism. That's how I kind of started my career, was a degree in journalism. And I went out west and up north to be a journalist. Most people go out west to make money. I just went out west to work as a newspaper reporter and not make any money, but still had that interest in writing and asking questions and kind of learning about other people and telling their stories.
I would agree with that. Having worked with you, you don't assume anything. You always ask first and then confirm and double check and triple check, and then you do a wonderful job of telling the story that the person is trying to get out. Since you've been in Lakeshore, the quality of voice that the Lakeshore municipality has is massably increased. So bravo to you.
I'm putting that on my resume.
There you go.
Appreciate it a lot, yeah.
And co-champion.
And co-champion, yes.
How about you, Marcin? What's your secret sauce?
So for the viewers who don't know, Ryan and I did our MBA together at the Odette School of Business. We had a MBA director, also previous guest here, Vincent Georgie.
Vincent Georgie.
I don't know if you remember this, Ryan. At one point, Vincent said, he used these words. I don't remember what the context was, but he said, lead with yes. I don't know if you remember this. Always stuck with me. And I've heard it kind of, said in different ways. There was this, I watch a lot of, Barack Obama videos for whatever reason. It just show up on my feed. Barack Obama also describes it as, he says, just figure out how to get things done. And he talks about how He sees a lot of people who are really good at describing problems and really eloquent at, saying why something can't happen. And the skills that people are missing are just like going in and just doing it and figuring it out. So as long as you can lead and, exude confidence that, if I'm going to be given something, I'll figure it out, and I try to figure it out, opportunities come your way. So I've tried to lead that way as well. And so I'll call it maybe my secret sauce, problem solving confidence, maybe just an ability to try and kind of figure things out and get a solution and complete some work, I think has been maybe my secret sauce. And it's given me a lot of different opportunities. So obviously I had an IT background as I started in IT, but at the university, I've done a little bit of everything. At one point, I was overseeing food services of all things.
Really?
Just an opportunity came up, and I have a reputation for just getting things done. And there was a particular problem that they were trying to solve within food services within our ancillary area, and they said, Marcin, can you help us out? And I said, yeah, of course. Of course, I'll figure. I know nothing about food services, other than talking about pizza and the way that I talked about. But yeah, let's figure it out. Of course, I'll do it. So
Yeah.
just being able to lead with yes and trying to just figure things out, and like opportunities come your way when people figure out that you can solve problems, and they can hand off something to you, and you're gonna be able to kind of shepherd it through completion.
It's funny you say that when like that specific line didn't come back to me when Vincent taught us that back in the day, but I do recall that the thing that most changed in me while I was doing my MBA that year is the ability, saying yes to a lot of things, and then the ability to do one take and get a very good quality piece of work done,
Right.
as opposed to spending all your time to try to make it perfect. I'd rather have 8 things done at an A level than 2 things done at an A+ level, right? And I think that the ability to run fast and run well and execute a lot of things, I think that was one of the capabilities that I picked up that year.
I think part of that is just confidence, right? And like we went through they changed the program, I think, after we were done, because we went through.
We were burning out.
Yeah, we
It
were.
was great. Now I still teach those students, and I try to burn them out. Not really, but
We learned a lot, and we were, it was a little bit of an experiment, I think, that we were put under there, and a lot of us excelled as a result, I feel. But I think with that comes confidence, right? It's like you have to feel confident that what you're putting out there is just at an A level, not an A+ level, and you see the bigger picture of you're able to deliver a whole lot more rather than a few perfect things. So
so IT, I've always been scared of breaking things.
yeah.
Right? Is it something that you got to worry about breaking things?
Yeah, so when you teach at the university, we have like alarms set up just for you.
Me and Vincent, like the worst IT people ever.
No, you have controls in place for certain things, especially for some of our, we call them our crown
No, not
jewels.
me, but you. When you say
when I break things? All the time.
You want to just try something, explore something.
All the time. My staff breaks things all the time, and this last couple of years, I've been intentionally working on establishing. Now I forget the term, but essentially like a safety within the group, so that they feel safe to break things, and as long as they're breaking things and then fixing them and learning them, that's great. Why the heck not? So you want to create similar to kids. You want to create environments where they're able to, experiment safely and, learn things. And if they fall on their faces a little bit, that's okay too, because they're learning from that experience. So yeah, things break all the time. That's okay.
In municipal world, how do you try to change things, explore things, try new things? What kind of latitude do you have to do that?
I was going to say we manage. I typically do website management as part of my job, and in past municipalities, I've tried to make a slight tweak to a design, and it broke the website. And part of the fun was why did this break, or why did this break the functionality, and kind of going back and kind of figuring out the mistake that I made. And then being able to fix it gave me more knowledge about how to do the job. So I think it's, public service is, you're under a lot of scrutiny. Your mistakes can be very public. I think it's acknowledging that, nobody's perfect, including public servants, despite what we may tell you. So having the latitude to, apologize if something went wrong, or somebody's experience at a facility or park was not as good as it should have been, but acknowledging that, you know, we made a mistake, sorry about that, and we'll do better next time. So I think creating kind of a culture or an organization that's okay is very important.
What is it like? I guess this is a question for either of you. What is it like working for institutions that are like such big community stakeholders? And what does that look like on a day-to-day basis in terms of making sure that the right message, the right voice is getting out there to the community that you guys work within?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think kind of keeping that focus on public service, I kind of like when I'm mentoring communicators that are working under me is like treat every resident like they're your grandma, or like take in, like when you're serving a customer or resident at town hall, like assume they're your grandma. Like how would you want your grandmother or mother treated in this interaction? And that kind of like cues people to think like, you know, give them some extra time. They don't know what you know. They don't have the same experience. They don't have the same exposure to all the things that municipalities are doing. So kind of treat them that way and give them the grace to say, maybe you don't know what I'm even talking about. And, you know, like I said, we're not perfect either. So maybe there's something that we're doing that doesn't really make sense and needs to be changed on our end. So being able to take that feedback in stride and make those improvements.
Operationally, is it easy to make those changes if a concern comes from a resident?
I would say all of our staff are looking to make those changes. You know, sometimes there's legislative reasons. You know, we're under the mandate of the province of Ontario, so there's only so many things we can change outside of like within those boundaries. But taking the opportunity to explain that as well is like we have to do this because XYZ is also an opportunity to educate people on how the system works, how the sausage is made, as you said.
Marcin, how many times is the answer? Have you tried turning it off and turning it on?
Oh, constantly. But that's the reason that is the answer, is because it works so often.
Really?
It does, yes. Yeah, it's the first go-to.
Actually,
actually,
it's
the
not
first
just
go-to.
the joke.
No, it's not just a joke. It works.
When you turn it off and turn it on,
yeah.
what's happening?
Okay, there's a lot.
What's
there's a lot.
happening?
We can probably spend an hour talking about
The
this.
files are in the computer.
Yeah, the files are in the computer, exactly. Well, there's a lot, right? Because you know your systems are pretty complex in how they run. So you can have things. This is going to go way too down some rabbit holes here.
Yeah.
You can have
People are just, I watched a log.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And we clipped.
There you go. But there's lots of things that go into their system, operating smoothly and working. So sometimes a reboot just makes the most sense. There's other ways of resolving it, if I'm going to be completely honest. But the quickest one often is just reboot it, and typically all the services and all the other processes come back where they're supposed to be, rather than trying to finagle, starting certain services and starting certain processes manually. So yeah, reboot it typically works.
So I'm going to kind of go tangentially to that. I'm not going on like a wild, I'm not going crazy here.
How does the cloud
Alex mentioned it earlier. You guys know me too well. This
Is that it?
Yeah.
Cloud question?
no, Alex talked about it very briefly, but like AI.
Yeah.
And the importance of AI, the challenge of AI, the risk of AI. I mean, you are Associate Vice President at the university in IT.
Yeah.
How important is AI to your job, to the university's future? And then we'll ask the same to Alex.
Yeah, no, it's extremely, I feel like it's a once in a lifetime type thing that's occurring right now with AI. And it's really difficult to manage and support the campus through something like AI, if I'm going to be, again, completely honest. So, at the university, we've taken an approach of, we've provided maybe more, guidelines for the campus rather than hard, fast rules as to, what you should do or shouldn't do. It's really around trying to provide some, barriers around safe usage rather than being extremely prescriptive as to how to do it. Because, you have thousands of new tools that are launching on a daily basis. You have all of these, unique, use cases for AI. It's prevalent everywhere, right? So it's as prevalent as communicating at this point, right? It's how can I teach someone to be tech savvy is the same kind of, how do I teach someone to be AI savvy, right? And it's really difficult because it's everywhere. So, we try to put in, obviously there's risks, there's cybersecurity risks associated with AI, and we try to put in the necessary technical controls that we can in order to make sure that's being done safely. at the same time providing some resources where people can learn and experiment and train. But it's prevalent. It's everywhere. It's something that I think everyone is struggling with. That's how to do it and how to do it effectively.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, in the public sector where, there's protection of personal information, so we have boundaries as well. I mean, I have a chief information officer who's incredibly talented. And
Shout out to Mike Martin.
Shout out to Mike Martin. He's watching us right now.
Definitely. It's definitely live.
He really wants to, it's a tool. I always think of it as a tool. Just like spell check as a tool. It's not a replacement for critical thought or critical thinking. So I think there's a real risk in people using AI so much that they've lost the ability to think as a human. And, I have, a creative background. I was a journalist. I've done photography. I don't think AI is going to replace human creativity. I think it's a shell of human creativity that is reflecting the creativity that humans have. I don't think it will ever be able to put on a play or, create quote unquote art. It's a tool. It can help us do things quicker. It can help us do things more accurately. I find it helps with really repetitive tasks that take a lot longer than they should if you're doing it manually. But it's not a replacement for human thought.
What's your take as the artist?
Well, listen, I was going to say that there is a world in which AI can help create things like Attack of the Fish Flies. So, like,
that's
there's
true.
definitely ways that
We've got a title.
We have a title now. Yeah, I mean, for me, I would agree that the things that I see right now online with AI being used to manipulate the way in which art, I go back to the art side of it, it's not necessarily where I would like it to see it go, but there is definitely benefits to it. There's ways in which to create efficiencies without it actually taking away all leverageability from an artist or a creative. And same thing with business. I mean, it's definitely, it helps too. And I was just talking with our producer, Chris, before the episode started about that there's reasons why I use AI on a daily basis to help create efficiencies and make sure that my workload is balanced a little bit better. But you're a part of that problem, but listen, AI is fixing some of it and it's fine. But overall, it's super helpful and it creates a lot of opportunities to pivot your focus a little bit better than maybe it was a couple years ago. What about you, Ryan?
You know what? I use it for some efficiencies. I don't think that I've mastered it by any stretch yet. Like there's so much. I feel like every single day there's a new tool that I'm like, oh, I really should think about using that, or I really should, what is that one going to do for me? Yeah. But then there's also the ability to go, you know what? I know how to do this and feel confident that I can pull together a research report on something and pull data and, know that where I'm pulling it from, the source is accurate and correct. And then I can stand and use that a couple weeks ago, I was testifying at Parliament Hill, right?
Saw that. Great job.
Thank you. But that was based on research I did that I didn't entrust to an AI because I knew where it was from. So I think at the end of the day, yes, there's a degree of trust you have to have in it, but I also think it's extremely important that you go, yes, this is something I know is accurate. I can trust it. I can testify on behalf of where I got this from, as opposed to punching it into a system and going, give me a report on X, Y, Z. And I think there'll always be space for that.
We call it, there's a concept, it's called human in the loop, where, you entrust certain things to AI in order to, generate a report or whatever. You don't want to, bestow AI with the decision to do something though. Like you have to keep a human in the loop in order to, determine what this is generating. Is this correct? Is this, what I want it to be generating? So yeah, it's a concept, human in the loop. Look at that. It's an educational show as well.
I love it.
we appreciate it. That's a new tag we can put at the bottom.
Human
educational.
Human in the loop.
Education, but sure.
Tag it for me.
But I love AI. This is, again, maybe on a tangent. I love seeing when people are figuring things out with AI by themselves. So, a previous Gina from our MBA, when we did our MBA together, I've been in touch with her. She's working for a construction firm at this point, and we were actually in touch.
They're a member of ours, so we can shout them out.
Ah, there you go.
BK Cornerstone.
There you go. So, she was experimenting with AI, and like it's actually helping her. And she asked me earlier this week. She asked me like, "Hey, I want to use AI for X, Y, Z." I said, "I don't know how to. I don't think you're actually, going on the right path." So, she's even teaching me as a non-technical person. And then she went off and spent a night trying to figure things out, and she figured it out. And like, all the power to her. I love seeing people use this as a tool, and then figure out new ways to help themselves.
So I'm not gonna go that far away from it. I don't want this to cloud your next answer, but again, a question we ask every single person is, what does Windsor-Essex look like in 15 years? Windsor-Essex 2040. You're both, part of large organizations that are community-minded and community stakeholders. What do you see, and you don't have to tie it to your current job, but what do you see, what do we need to do now to get to the current vision of what you have for 15 years from now? Whoever wants to go first.
My mind with this question it went to like cycling, like active,
like fitness.
connected infrastructure. I mean, we'll look at Gordie Howe Bridge finishing, like Windsor-Essex as a cycling destination. We've already talked about how flat it is. It's a lot easier to ride on flat ground, but kind of being an international cycling destination.
Cool.
We have an event coming, the Great Lakes Waterfront Trail Ride that's coming in August, and there's couple hundred riders coming that are going to be riding throughout Windsor-Essex in August. So that's my vision. The Queso Trail that's going to be through Lakeshore, through the Essex Region Conservation Authority. I think of kind of the growth of active transportation, having the ability to ride your bike across to Detroit and kind of make a day trip, or pack a bag and ride over the bridge. I like that. Sounds just awesome to me.
Yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one thing that I've learned in my role here at the university is just how connected all of the public sector organizations really are within the area, probably more so than is publicly known. So I'm part of a group. I sit on a board called Connecting Windsor-Essex, and all of the large public sector organizations are part of that. And one thing that we did in 2011, I wasn't part of the organization at that time, but in 2011 there was this Smart Cities initiative by ICF. I don't remember what the acronym actually stands for, but it's really like the goal is to demonstrate how your cities, how your communities are connected, and from an infrastructure, from a technology perspective. I'd love for us to get back there, and we work so well as public sector organizations already within the area. I'd love for us to have a moonshot over the next couple of years of, let's do something that's really, puts Windsor-Essex on the map. We're obviously under a lot of threats right now as a community. And, I'd love for us to not necessarily pivot away from what we do and what makes us amazing, but really kind of taking an attempt to, put ourselves on the map with something, kind of going up a couple levels over, the things that we do already. That's amazing. So I'd love for us to kind of, do a foray into that smart cities again.
I love that.
That's a really good point. I mean, I think, coming from one public sector organization, I think people really underestimate how many connections there are between organizations. I mean, Lakeshore signed an MOU with the university. We're working closely with the Center for Cities on the Lakeshore Horizons project. We're working with Tecumseh on projects. There's projects through the county of Essex. We're much more connected than you might think.
Yeah,
like the organizations are. So it's a really good point, and
probably even more so than other areas. If I'm going to be, I have no basis to make this claim.
There is that deep connectivity around our community, and it is going to take bold visionary leadership from not just the electeds, but also all the other folks in the community. And I do think that this is a great time. I think we're at this bit of an inflection point for Windsor-Essex, whether it's by choice or force because of our current economic situation and the relationship with the United States. But we got to see this as an opportunity, right? And run with that opportunity and take it and see what it's going to become, because you two have young kids, same age kids. I've got young kids. Matthew's got friends, family, we want to have long-term career success. I think we all want to set it up so when our kids are our age, in our 40s, then maybe not you, maybe not you, but when you're in your 40s and you've got kids or family, they've got great careers here. And I think we have the opportunity to do that together.
I mean, just to tie it back to the reason why you guys are here, this Windsor-Essex Iconic Bracket, the fact that I think while on paper Minivan has now been dubbed the winner, really what brings us together, the fact that we're iconic, is the collaboration between all these different entities and the fact that we are so closely tied to Detroit as well. Like, that is really what we should be the most proudest of. So, I mean, I am, and I know that Ryan is. We talk about it often, but yeah, I mean, again, I know that you guys chose pizza, so you didn't necessarily win that, but you won the points. The fact that you guys are coming together, collaborating with this conversation with us, I mean, it shows what we can do in the community.
Oh, we're really stronger together. You know, outside public sector obviously works really well together. I think you're seeing private sector work, you know, better together as well, and you know, partnership between public, private, and you know, your leadership, Ryan, as well, and you know, you stepping into your role, I think has been, you know, very, you know, evident and very apparent of, you know, you're trying to connect the dots for people, and you know, so thank you and for the work that you've been doing.
And now you know why they're on the show here, folks.
But no,
a
for
really
real.
tough time too. Like
For real.
starting
Appreciate
with
it. Thanks,
Chamber.
Marcin.
Well, yeah, I mean, you joined, I think, in your first week, you're already kind of dealing with a
Oh, yeah.
crisis, right? And
Yeah.
you know, that was very easy to, you know, step away or to, you know, kind of go into your shell, but you just, you know, kind of attacked it head on. And I think it's just been evident with, you know, your leadership, I think, been able to help this community through this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't think of a better time to end it.
I know, perfect.
But honestly, gentlemen, when I did see that you two had co-won, I'm like, there couldn't be two better guys that represent our community. You know, the types of people we're trying to bring together, the success you've had in your careers, the fact that we've all been friends, and the fact that you two now should be friends, because you know, I think this is part of what the Chamber of Commerce does, is acts as a nexus between different groups, and these are two very important people that should get to know each other. And I think the four of us, maybe we can all do something cool together. One
Or
of these
just
days.
maybe just the three of us.
Yeah, whatever happens, happens. On that note, that's a perfect way to end the episode at this point. So again, thank you so much, guys. That's the way in which that we bridged municipal world as well as education and just camaraderie together today, back into business. So congratulations on winning the Windsor-Essex Iconic 1.0. Hold it together with pride. And we will be back with another episode of Beyond Two Bridges next week.